My name is Father Sean Carey. Father Sean is how I'm usually referred to. I've been a priest for 2 years for the Archdiocese of Boston. I'm involved with this project, to translate the Roman Missal used for the Mass. I'm involved in this as a deaf person, wanting to pass on the truth and the good news for all our brothers and sisters who are deaf, in order to help them understand their relationship with God is important. It's hard if the meaning is lost of that good news. I myself have experienced confusion in the past, but it's important to have clear signing. My background involves 6 years of study at St. Patrick's Seminary in California to prepare me for the priesthood. I have a Master's of Divinity, which is theology. It's my honor to be here working with Monsignor Nelson, Sister Kathy, Father Michael Depsick, and Father Jeremy St.Martin. I'm very honored. God bless you. Hello, my name is Father Mike Depsick. I was asked to join this committee to translate the Roman Missal into ASL. My background involves being a priest for 11 years. Also, I'm deaf, grew up deaf, as well as using ASL as my first language. I've always enjoyed translating English into ASL. I've really enjoyed my time working on this committee, since we all have various talents and abilities. Some are skilled with Latin, some with religious education, as well as new graduates from the seminary with fresh ideas, and we've all worked very well together. Thank you. Hi, I'm Sister Kathleen Scipani. I'm Sister Kathy. I work for the Archdiocese of Philadelphia, and I've been involved with the deaf community for about 25 years. When I first entered is when I started to learn, and I joined the community for prayer. At that time, I decided to go to Gallaudet to learn ASL. Let me back up a moment and tell you how I became a sister 35 years ago. I took up theology, liturgy, and education for my undergraduate and studied special education on the graduate level, as well as deaf education. I'm really happy and honored to be involved in this translation of the Roman Missal into ASL. It's really great to have an opportunity to really analyze and work on this translation, since I cherish the Mass as well as ASL so much. So thank you very much. Hi, my name is Father Glenn Nelson, Monsignor Nelson. I'm honored to be working on this project because I love the Mass and I love being a priest and have been for 18 years now. I've worked with the deaf community since I was 18 when I first started to learn sign language. I was fascinated by deaf culture and was able to learn the language from the community, which I just loved. It was such a beautiful culture and language. I became a teacher for the deaf, and I have a degree, a bachelor's of science in deaf education. And I taught high school and interpreted for 2 years. After that, I decided to become a priest. So really my background is in deaf education. I became a priest and then got an additional degree in canon law. I received that degree in the year 2000. I've worked in the bishop's office for about 15 years now. So it's great for me to be able to see and work on the various levels within the church. And I'm happy to be able to bring my experience. And it's such a great team, and I'm really thrilled to be able to be involved. Thank you. My name is Father Jeremy St.Martin. Father Jeremy. I'm a priest for the Archdiocese of Boston, and I've been a priest for about 9 years. 4 years ago, my bishop asked me to start working with the deaf community as the priest for the deaf. And 2 years before that, I was sent to prepare at the University of Gallaudet in Washington, D.C., where I studied ASL. I also studied at a local school in Framingham, Massachusetts, the Learning Center for the Deaf, as well as having 2 tutors from the deaf Catholic community who would teach me every Friday. In addition to all of that, I worked with Father Sean Carey one summer. Well, at that time he was a seminarian, not quite a priest, and he required me to communicate entirely with my eyes and hands that summer. I wasn't allowed to use my voice. It was difficult, but very successful experience. I grew up with my mother, who was a poet, and she was always teaching me new vocabulary words. Also, before I became a priest, I went to art school. I have a Bachelor's of Fine Arts degree in technology and art. And God has truly blessed me by sending me to become the priest for the deaf, exposing me to a new language and helping me to understand who He is better and follow Him. So I'm excited to be working with all of these great individuals to translate the Mass to better serve the deaf community for the benefit of the deaf community as well as the non-deaf communities. Trying to understand the words that we pray at Mass on Sunday better.